Well, hello folks, Neighbor 51 here. You saw some of my shorts. You saw I was working on the roof of the truck the other day and came out okay. Not happy with the result overall as far as it doesn't look professional, but it definitely looks way better and not rusty. So that was the minimum goal. But today, what we're doing is the old hoodski here. So I'm gonna bust it down. I got me a nice little Hobo Freight Hercules rotisserie sander. Got me some grits. All right, 320. Got a 400. Got a 600. Doing some research. Some of the stuff that I tried using on the roof was just way too aggressive. 120, if you're wondering. Any real painter could probably ping me down in the comments and give me some guidance on those things. So I went through, watched a few. I think it's called Paint Society online. I don't have a link or nothing in his description. This is just me recording on my phone. But it really looked like he knew what he was doing. Obviously, as a professional painter, and I was just trying to make it make sense for me. So I figured last time I helped out in the paint shop, one of my buddies was painting or sanding rather, and he was wet sanding, and I did it all wrong. So I did pretty much the worst job you could possibly do well. So maybe next time we'll work a little bit harder at doing some pre-research and just learn a few basic things. And as a self-proclaimed below-average DIYer, I just try to mull through things and do it in a way that makes sense. So I'm just gonna knock this down, try to make it smooth. You can see somebody put some shine on it, and it's got some spots, but overall it's pretty good shape hood. It's not awful. Pardon my reach, I lost my camera stand. I'm using some stuff on the hood of my Explorer. Get you a little lower there. There you go, so you can see the whole thing. But I'm gonna bust it down. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'll give you a little, I'll probably make a couple of short videos for it. Not shorts, but short videos, just to kind of do a progression thing. Still working on getting stuff I'm not a computer whiz or none of that stuff. I'm a machinist mate, for crying out loud, for the government. So there you go. But I'm gonna try to make it look good this time, do a little bit more, knock it down. Eventually I'm even gonna buy some guide codes, so you can tell I've been studying, because I got fancy terms and stuff now. But we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll come out way better. Hard to keep dirt and dust off everything. We've been in a real drought, so most of my yard is just dying faster than it can live. But I should get some rain tomorrow, so that's not a huge concern. But I'm going to try to bust out as much as I can before that, and we'll just go from there and see how we do. So I'm going to start with 320, just level everything, go up to 400. What is this, 3? Yeah, so 320, then I'm gonna bust out the 400, 600, slap some primer on there, clean it off with some denatured alcohol, get all the growies off there. I'm gonna put some tape down, and we'll just see how it works. A lot of times when people are working on vehicles and stuff, they try not to, they only want to show you the good, make it look easy. That's not this guy. I'm not I'm not that guy. I'm just gonna kind of bust it down simply. This is just to protect the fenders. Obviously, I'm gonna tape it off a little better when the time comes, but so you can kind of see the setup slash mentality. Run a strip down each section. It's just got to be good enough that when the sander goes past it, that it's not nicking up things. Wouldn't want to mess up this pretty brand new grill. And have fun with it. You know, a lot of people try to be too serious when they do their stuff. And I can tell here, just looking at it, that this part of the hood is actually aligned a little poor, so maybe that's something in the future that I can fix. But we'll get there. Easier just to bring the whole thing up, huh? 40-year-old hinge is still putting in work. This technique is called good enough. So, don't sweat the small stuff, folks. People in the comments are gonna take themselves very serious. It's not me. Pretty much on a good enough wagon. Get the old Bohemian. Oh, I might be able to get it. Without getting too skewered here. Sounds like I'm dying. It's because I'm using earbuds for audio. And I'm probably dying, so nothing to sweat about it. Check out this rotisserie sander and see what all the fuss is about. Yeah, people use the air ones. Just enough sandpaper to make you mad. Some instructions. So if you're not familiar with sanding pads, how they work, talking about abrasion. Wow. Look at all those leaves coming out. Just the slightest breeze. Well, never a dull moment. But when you're talking about abrasion, you talk about these P60s right here. These P60s, 120s, 180s, 200s, 3, 4, 5, 3000. It's talking about how much scratch you're gonna get. And there's a P and a K. So the K is a little bit better. It's more specifically automotive. They're a little bit more, like shirt style material than hard sandpaper material, but the K's supposedly you can get a better cut and a better finish. So like a P60 would be like a K150, for example. So, but on the back, that number, the closer to 0, the more scratch it's going to put into it. The bigger the number, like up to 3,000, I mean, it feels almost like nothing. So when you're sanding, you're trying to cut scratches, and then you're trying to mill those scratches down little by little. So almost think of it like it's like building a sandcastle. You got to get all the materials made up in a way that's going to stack eventually, even though you're taking material off each time. What you can think of is you're filling those bigger scratches with smaller scratches until they feel flat to the touch. It's still going to have good adhesion for paint, but it's not going to necessarily be it's not necessarily going to be better for all paints. Nice little simple filter. Hercules. Snaps right in sure. I like to do the name up. Push those guides down. Not going anywhere. Got your little sandwich bag holder tie down. Get some cordage on there. Some of these are variable speed. Oh, this one is. It's got a little dial. You can go 1 to max. We're gonna go 1. Don't need, not that serious. Sand around. I always try to sand in like an X pattern. And that's going to help you with cutting evenly. If you just sand in a big circle, it's not going to come out with the desired finish you're looking for. So, let's see what these hobo freights look like. Just to give you a good visual. This is 320, and this is 60, and through the bag, this is it's unbelievable the difference. So when you're using your pads, line the holes up. There's so many leaves. You move from Wisconsin to here, you think, oh, we're going to get away from the leaves. Nope. I don't know how important it is for these holes to line up. Almost one of them does. Yeah, this is not as many. It's got less holes on the sandpaper than on the actual equipment, but so here's the first stab at it. So this is buttery smooth already. I never even got that on the roof, so I have a feeling that this is going to work a lot better. So got a little bit to do, gonna get to doing it. I'll hit you back up when we're ready for primer.